Hi. I am going to be reading today the book When We Were Alone. And I'm choosing this book today because it is part of one of the books that was selected for the Global Read Aloud, which my class did this year. We read A Boy Called Bat, but this was one of the picture books. And so normally I really enjoy those books, so that is why I chose this one. So, When We Were Alone. I'm going to read and then show the pictures. Today, I helped my kokum in her flower garden. She always wears colorful clothes. It's like she dresses in rainbows. When she bent down to prune some of the flowers, I couldn't even see her because she blended in with them. She was like a chameleon. Nokum, why do you wear so many colors? I asked. Nokum said, well, no see some. I'm doing my best to pronounce these words. When I was your age, at home in my community, my friends and I wore many different colors. But at the school I went to, far away from home, they gave us different clothes to wear. All the children were dressed the same, and our clothes weren't colorful at all. We all mixed together like storm clouds. Why did you have to dress like that? I asked. They didn't like that we wore such beautiful colors, Nokum said. They wanted us to look like everybody else. Kind of like a school uniform. I don't know if I would like that. But sometimes in the fall, when we were alone and the leaves had turned to their warm autumn hues, we would roll around on the ground. We would pile the leaves over the clothes they had given us, and we would be colorful again. And this made us happy. Now, Nokum said, I always wear the most beautiful colors. After I helped with the flowers, we went over to the back gate. There were vines covering the gate, and they reached all the way to the ground. When my kokum turned to fix the latch, I saw that her braid hung almost as low as the vines. It was like she had a tail. Nokum, why do you wear your hair so long? I asked. Nokum said, well, no see some. I wonder why she wears her hair so long. When I was your age, at home in my community, my friends and I grew our hair long, just like our people have always done. It made us feel strong and proud, but at the school I went to, far away from home, they cut off all our hair. Our strands of hair mixed together on the ground like blades of dead grass. Why did you have to wear your hair like that? I asked. They didn't like that we were proud, Nokum said. They wanted us to be like everybody else. But sometimes in the spring when we were alone and the grass had grown so long and thick in the field, we would pick the blades from the ground. We would braid them into the short hair they had given us, and we would have long hair again, and this made us happy. Now, Nokum said, I always wear my hair very long. I don't know if I've ever had hair long enough to braid like that, but I think that I would like to have hair that long, and I wouldn't want someone to tell me what to do with my hair. After my kokum had fixed the latch, I followed her to the birdhouse. There was a bird flying through the air like a jingle dress dancer. She fed the bird and whispered, Napinyasis, Masiso, Tamisa Katian, Tamiskasian, and her words sounded just like a poem. Nokum, why do you speak in Cree? I asked. Nokum said, well, no see some. Napinyasis Masiso Tamisi Katian Tamikasisan. And in English, that means, here, little bird, eat, so you will get big and strong. So she's speaking in the language of Cree, which I'm not sure where they speak that. I will have to do some research about that. When I was your age, at home in my community, my friends and I always spoke our language. But at the school I went to, far away from home, they wouldn't let us speak our words. All the children used their strange words, and we didn't understand them at all. Our voices blended together like a flock of crows. Well, why did you have to talk in their language? I asked. They didn't like that we spoke our language, Nokum said. They wanted us to talk like everybody else. Would you like that? If you were not allowed to talk in your language and you had to speak like everyone else, even though you didn't understand it? But sometimes in the summer, when we were alone and our teachers weren't around anywhere, around the place we were, we would whisper to each other in Cree. We would say all the words we weren't allowed to say so that we wouldn't forget them. And this made us happy. Now, Nokum said, I always speak my language. After our gardening work was done, I sat with my Kokum in the backyard. Her brother came over and sat with us. He comes over all the time. We drank tea and ate bannock. The tea was hot and sweet, and the bannock was moist and warm and melted in my mouth. My Kokum and my uncle talked and laughed like children. Nokum, why do you and Nokemus always spend time together? I asked. Nokum said, well, Nosisum, I have a feeling that when she was a child, they did not let her spend time with her brother. What do you think? That's my prediction. When we were your age, at home in our community, being with family was the most important thing. We played with each other, did chores together, and shared everything. But at the school I went to, far away from home, they wouldn't let us be together. My brother and I were separated like day and night. Why weren't you and Nokemus separated? I asked. They didn't like when we were with family, Nokum said, because when we were together, we thought too much of home. But sometimes in the winter, when we were alone and we were sure that nobody could see us, we would find each other. We would take off our mitts, and in the crisp, cold air, we would hold hands so we could be with each other. And this made us happy. Now, Nokum said as she reached over and held my uncle's hand and mine, I am always with my family. The end. So I feel like after reading this book, I might need to go back and do a bit of research about the language of Cree, C-R-E-E, because I am unaware of where that language is spoken. But I wonder if this is based on something that has actually happened to people in the area that that language was spoken. I have a feeling it was. So it makes me want to go and look into that. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you would like to read it again, come see me.